had a weak point, this Fortunato. Although in other regards he was a man to be respected and even feared, he prided himself on his connoisseurship in wine. In this respect, I did not differ from him materially. I was skillful in the Italian vintages myself, and bought largely whenever I could.
Housing injuries of Fortunato I had borne as I best could, but when he ventured upon insult, I vowed revenge. But the very significantness which it was resolved precluded the idea of risk. I must not only punish, but punish with impunity. The man wore motley. He had on a tight-fitting party-strip dress, and his head was surmounted by the conical cap and belt.
My friend, no, it's not the engagement, but the severe cold in which I perceive you are afflicted. These folds are insufferably damp. They are encrusted with nitre. I have no engagement. Come. Let us go nevertheless. The cold is merely nothing, Amontillado. You should have improved upon and looked for the Luchesi, but cannot distinguish sherry from Amontillado. My dear Fortunato, you were luckily met. How remarkably well you are looking today. But I have received a pipe of what passes for Amontillado, and I have my doubts. I replied, and I was silly enough to pay the full Amontillado price without consulting you in the matter. You were not to be found, and I was fearful of losing a bargain.
Said he, Amontillado, a pipe, impossible, and in the middle of the carnival.
Speaking, Fortunato possessed himself of my arm. I suffered him to hurry me to my palazzo. There were no attendants at home. They had absconded to make merry none of the time. I have told them I should not return until the morning, and had given them explicit orders not to stir from the house.
I have my doubts.
Amontillado.
And I must say,
Amontillado!
As you were engaged, I'm on my way to Luchesi. If anyone has a critical turn, it is he. He will tell me.
Luchesi cannot tell Amontillado from sherry.
And yet some fools will have it that his taste is a match for your own.
Come, let us go.
Whither? Said he.
It is further on, said I. But observe the white redwork which gleams from these cavern walls.
He turned towards me and looked into my eyes with two filmy orbs that distilled the rheum of my intoxication.
Nitra, he asked at length.
Nitra, I replied, how long have you had that cough? My said, see, it increases. It hangs like moss upon the vaults. We are below the riverbed. The drops of moisture trickle along the bones. Come on, we will go back here before it's too late. Your cough. It's nothing, he said. Let us go on, but first, another draught of the Medoc. I broke and reached him a flacon of the Grave. He emptied it at breath. His eyes flashed with fierce light. He laughed and threw the bottle upwards with a gesticulation I didn't understand. I looked at him in surprise. He repeated the movement, a grotesque one. My poor friend found it impossible to reply for many minutes. It is nothing, he said at last. Come, I said with decision. We will go back. Your health is precious. You are rich, respected, admired, beloved. You are happy, as once I was. You are a man to be missed. For me, it's no matter. We will go back, you will be ill, and I cannot be responsible. Besides, there is Luchesi. Enough, he said. The cough is a mere nothing. It will not kill me. I shall not die of a cough. I said, presenting him the wine. He raised it to his lips with a leer. He paused and nodded to me familiarly, while his bells jingled. I drink, he said, to the buried repose around us, and I to your long life. He again took my arm and we proceeded.
You do not comprehend, he said.
No, I replied.
Then you're not blocks.
How?
You're not masons.
Yes, I said. Yes.
You, impossible. A mason?
A mason, I replied.
A sign.
Is it this? I answered, producing a trowel from beneath the folds of my reply.
Seemed to have been constructed for no special use within itself, but formerly married the interval between two of the top supports of the roof of the catacombs and was backed by one of the stabilizing walls of solid granite.
A moment more, I had fettered him to the granite. In its surface were two iron staples, distant from each other, about 2 feet horizontally. From these depended on a short chain, from which the other a padlock. Throwing the links about his waist, it was but work of a few seconds to secure it. He was too much astounded to resist. Withdrawing the key, I stepped back from the wrecks. I soon uncovered a quantity of building stone and mortar. With these materials and with the aid of my trowel, I began vigorously to wall up the entrance of the niche. I had scarcely laid the first tier of my monastery when I discovered that the intoxication of Fortunato had in great measure worn off. When at last the clanking subsided, I resumed the trowel and finished without interruption the 5th, the 6th, and the 7th tier. A succession of loud and shrill screams bursting suddenly from the throat of the changed form seemed to thrust me violently back. For a moment I hesitated, I trembled, I reapproached the wall, and I replied to the echoes of he who trembled.
At the most remote end of the crypt there appeared another less spacious. Its walls had been lined with human remains hauled to the vault river. In the fashion of the great catacombs of Paris, the rear sides of this interior crypt were still ornamented in this manner. From the fourth, the bones had been thrown down and lay promiscuously upon the earth, forming at one point a mound of some size. Within the wall thus exposed by the displacing of bones, we perceived a still interior recess. In depth about 4 feet, in width 3, in height 6, 7.
It was now midnight, and my task was drawing to a close. I had completed the 8th, the 9th, and the 10th tier. I had finished a portion of the last and the 11th. There remained but a single stone to be fitted and plastered in. Ha, he. A very good joke indeed. An excellent jest. We will have many rich laughs about this at the Plaza. He. Over our wine. He. The Amontillado, I said. He. Yes, the Amontillado. But is it not getting late? Will they not be waiting for us at the Plaza? The Lady Fortunato and the rest. Let us be gone. Yes, I said, let us be gone, for the love of Montressor. Yes, I said, for the love of God. Fortunato, no answer still. I thrust a torch through the remaining aperture and let it fall within. There came forth in return only a jingling of the bells. I hastened to make an end to my labour. I forced the last stone into its position. I plastered it up. So, I said, replacing the tool beneath my cloak, and again offering him my arm.